Welcome to turkslearnenglish.com. Today I'm reading an article about the recent train accident or derailment in Quebec, Canada, in which 20 people have died and many more are still missing. Some words appear on the screen now for you. Perhaps you know some of them. All of these words appear in the article, and if you do know some, perhaps you can predict other things that will be in this article. Okay, so I'll read through the article slowly as always, and I recommend you re-listen to the article and read it through as many times as you need to understand the new words. Lac-Megantic train blast. Criminal inquiry underway. A criminal inquiry has been launched in Canada into the derailment of an oil train that killed at least 15 people in a small Quebec town on Saturday. Quebec Police Inspector Michel Forget said investigators had found evidence leading them towards a criminal probe. The runaway train derailed in the town of Lac-Megantic, exploding and destroying dozens of buildings. Investigators are focusing on whether the brakes were released, as it was parked in a town several miles away. Inspector Forget said investigators had ruled out terrorism as a motive for the attack, but that several other options, including criminal negligence, remained under consideration. He warned it could take time before the investigation findings emerge. This is an enormous task ahead of us, the police inspector said. We're not at the stage of arrests. In addition to the dead, as many as 35 others remain unaccounted for. Authorities have asked the relatives of the missing to provide DNA samples by bringing in toothbrushes, hairbrushes, razors, and other items. But the authorities have also warned some of the bodies may have been burnt to ashes in the explosion and may never be recovered. On Wednesday, the chief executive of the train's US owner, Railworld, was due to visit Lac-Megantic, where he could face a hostile reception. In media interviews, Edward Bookhart said he thought he would have to wear a bulletproof vest when he arrived in the town. The train, carrying 72 cars of crude oil, was parked shortly before midnight on Friday in the town of Nantes, about 7 miles or 11 kilometers away. An engineer apparently left the train with 4 of its 5 locomotives shut down, but kept the final one running to ensure the brakes were engaged. Soon, a Nantes fire crew was summoned to put out a blaze on the train. The train's brakes appear to have failed soon after. It began moving downhill on the track in an 18-minute journey, gathering speed until it derailed in Lac-Megantic and exploded. The extent to which the fire played into the sequences of events is a focal point of our investigation, Transportation Safety Board investigator Donald Ross said. Okay, the article does continue, but I'll stop there as there is quite a lot of vocabulary. Okay, an interesting article, some new words. I recommend you listen to it 2 or 3 times. Sometimes focus on me and speaking, other times read it through, sit back and listen, and perhaps test yourself later to see how many words you learned. As always, you can look for us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. If you're up for a free English lesson, you want to try us out, come on to www.turkslearnenglish.com all you need to do is sign up here. Okay, once you sign up, we'll add a free lesson to your account, send you an email, check back about 12 hours later, and you can enroll. Hope to see you back here on the YouTube channel or on our website for a class soon. Bye.